This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. Hey, what up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus here with Gaming Enclave and Modem. We just got finished watching the Bethesda press conference, and we just wanted to have a small discussion about how we felt about the conference. So I'm going to kick it to you, Modem. What were your impressions of the conference? What stood out to you the most?
Man, Doom definitely stood out to me the most. And while I may have nodded off a time or two, which is an exaggeration, was Fallout 4.
And that's interesting because that was the thing that everybody was really, really anticipating the most out of this conference. Well, at least most people were, I would say. That was the buzz
I
on
was
the internet.
Confused. I didn't know what the hell this game is supposed to be or what it was about or whatever. They just showing me a bunch of features. I'm like, cool. But what are we supposed to do with all that? Like, what does that have to do with core gameplay or whatever? But, hopefully they explain that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pete, what are your impressions of the Bethesda show overall?
I actually enjoyed it. Like, was this their first? I'm pretty sure I was reading that this was their first E3.
Yeah, this is the first time they've ever done anything for E3.
Yeah, and it worked well. I thought it was pretty well paced. Like, the games they went through worked out well. And overall, yeah, I pretty much liked everything. The only things that really didn't interest me was probably like Elder Scrolls Online, because I don't own the game and I'm not looking to get it. And I forgot the other game's name, the one that they were beta testing in Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that again I probably wasn't interested in. I think it's only PC. Is it PC only? Is that right?
Yeah, PC only.
Yeah, probably why I never heard of it. So
yeah, overall for me it was cool. I can't say like I was like extremely hyped. I know a lot of people were really, really hyped over what they saw for Fallout 4. Me personally, I thought it was cool, but I really felt like they didn't tell me anything about the overall objective of the game. Thought they just showed me a lot of features, which is cool, nice features, but I didn't get a real good sense of what the game is going to be. I thought Doom was great, but for me, it hit like a real nostalgic note because, I'm old enough to remember when Doom actually dropped, the original Doom, and I remember the hype over it. And they had a lot of stuff in there that was kind of paying homage to the stuff that I grew up playing on, so that was cool. Dishonored 2, that looked good.
That was a bit short.
Yeah,
I thought
they didn't really show much. Yeah,
it was more just like a.
I don't think they really had anything to show for that. Like, it's probably still in development. I don't even think they gave a release date, and it just seemed like there was like, look forward to this kind of thing.
Right. I think they were kind of deflated by that leak. If you guys don't know, apparently during some testing, while they were like doing a dry run of the show, somebody actually leaked it online by live streaming it, and people saw that Dishonored 2 was coming. So they probably felt like at that point, grand presentation, who cares? Everybody knows about that. What were your dead points, would you say, of this conference?
I mean, after Dishonored 2, man, like, it just went downhill for me because Elder Scrolls isn't all that, like, it's like whatever to me. Like, it's like the RPG genre is now becoming saturated. It's like so many RPG games or so many games are turning into semi-RPGs. They're bringing a lot of RPG elements into the games or whatever. So the whole RPG thing is kind of like dead for me. So it started to go downhill. And then, I won't say I was like dead on, Fallout 4, but I was just like confused. I didn't know what the hell that was about. But I mean, after Doom and then Dishonored 2, I was just going downhill for me.
What about you, Pete? What were your dead spots in the?
I mean, for me personally, like the only one I really didn't pay attention to was really Battlecry. I mean, I can understand people with Elder Scrolls Legends, that card game. A lot of people may have lost interest there, but I thought it was reasonably well. I mean, Fallout 4, they kind of it was a weird approach the way they went through it. Like you were sort of you were really interested at the start, then you slowly drifted away, and then towards the end they picked you back up. So I guess it could have been maybe a bit more brief instead of like a long dragged out one. But overall, I was pretty happy with the presentation.
Yeah, I thought with the Fallout 4 thing, like I said, I like the features stuff, but I felt like they spent too much time on the features instead of showing the game in action, more so like in fluid motion. Like they showed you using some of the features, but I wanted to actually see them go around the world more, show some of the combat more, things like that, get more intimate with that stuff. I thought showing the concept art and all that was kind of a waste. The Pip-Boy thing was okay, but I felt like that was the point where it kind of drug a little bit. Of course, the Elder Scrolls card game thing, like you said, that right there lost interest. The same thing with Battlecry. I didn't think Battlecry was all that appealing. But who knows? I might try to beta. It might shock me. Who knows? But,
I mean, for me, like I said, they started off with Doom, and that was like, for me, that was a high note. And then they went into Battlecry, so it kind of brought it down. And it was like hovering kind of high, like, okay, this is just going to carry me over into the next big thing. And then it went to Dishonored. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Whatever. And then it went straight downhill after that.
Yeah, it was like a high, low, up and down type of thing. But
for their first E3 presentation, I thought it was pretty solid.
Oh yeah, overall, like solid. More so, me speaking on the games. I'm uninterested in the games, but overall, it was a great presentation and very decent for their first time. I mean, like I said, it's very hard to make mistakes when you know the mistakes people have made past E3. Prime example, Xbox with all the numbers and all that. Like no one wants to hear all that. This is E3. We want games. Give us games. We'll be happy. We won't trash you. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, and I think that's the way Bethesda went.
Yeah,
they just shoved games at us.
I definitely agree. I just wasn't particularly, from my personal, preferences and everything, interested in everything. But overall, it was a great, show.
Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely good. So, there you have it, people. Those are our opinions of the Bethesda show. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to follow Flying Modem. He's going to be talking about some E3 stuff as well. And, of course, follow his channel anyway. The dude does dope content. Same thing with my boy Gaming Enclave. Definitely follow his channel. Especially for the Microsoft stuff, because I know you're going to go wild with the Microsoft conference.
Man, they can't let me down this year, man. We need a... we need a Randy Moss pass for the ring kind of thing. Like, don't let me down this year, Microsoft.
Yeah, tomorrow's definitely going to be hype. But thanks again, guys, for coming through, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later, and we're out of here. Jesus.
Peace.